Greetings to one and all present here. My name is Swati Rondial and currently I am a third year BTech student from Shata University, Department of Computer Science and Technology. Here I am going to talk to you about the research paper which my co-author Shriyansh and I have prepared. The title of our research paper is Continuous Assessment Analyzer using Django. Through this presentation, I will be discussing the working, necessity and the result of the project. Firstly, I'll be defining the term what is continuous assessment. Assessment is the act of judging or deciding something quantitatively and qualitatively. Assessments that are performed during a course module are also referred as continuous evaluation or continuous assessment. That's why this type of assessment is also called as curriculum integrated or embedded assessment. This type of assessment includes the regular quizzes, assignments, tests, and final examinations for the evaluation. Further, it also proves that further it also proves to be a technique of performance assessment that many educational institutes have adopted. Now, talking about the current activated evaluation system, which many institutions are following. So, before the assessment of students at the end of the course, the traditional examination system for evaluation is followed till date. This traditional examination system requires the method which involves the physical campus, availability of physical faculties, and the systematic seating arrangements with some pen and papers. For calculating the results of students, the counting the number of backlogs, etc., we are currently using the manual framework directly. Repeated updates are needed to be done as there are the re-evaluation of some examinations due to supplementary exams. So the current evaluation system is also very time consuming and requires a lot of manual efforts. So if we have such an valuable evaluation system, though it is having some of the disadvantages, what is the actual problem that is hindering the learning process? So as we all know that globally the outbreak of COVID-19 has resulted in the shutdown of various institutions. These interferences raise a need to adapt and find the solutions to keep students motivated in their learning track. The learning is a treasure the, uh, that will follow its owner everywhere. This is the mantra for our project. What motivated us to develop this project? Let's see. The researchers claim that the learning increases knowledge retrieval and uses less time, signaling that the changes that have been brought on by the COVID-19 are here to last. This project proposes the solution to the ongoing academic concerns about how assessment should be done in higher education. It has been also observed that the assignments and quizzes have become the focus of assessment that also supports student learning throughout the pandemic timeline. So, to put an end to these challenges, we have tried to automate all the assessment processes possible through a web application which is created using Django, HTML, CSS, etc. technologies. So, why uh, why the proposed system should be adopted? What are the advantages of proposed system? So this CA analyzer, or you can say the continuous assessment analyzer, provides various features to the each individual who is involved in the traditional examination system. So firstly, I would like to highlight the feature which is very simple and the user friendly interface. It allows one to work fast and automate each and every process. Also, it results in the less manual work, and also the proposed system promotes the consistent learning throughout the course. So now talking about the proposed system we have developed, we have used various technologies for developing our project. So I would like to highlight some of the technologies. Firstly, for the front end purpose, we have used HTML, which is the web designing language, which is used to design various web applications. Further, the HTML is assisted by the languages which are CSS and Bootstrap, as I have mentioned in the presentation. They allow the styling of the web page and web content, which we would like to add in our project. Further, the JavaScript is a scripting language which allows us to add responsiveness and dynamic behavior to our web development project. Also, the chart.js is a very popular JavaScript library which reads all the data and puts it on a single screen in the form of the graphs and statistics, which makes the data easy to read by the user. And for the backend, we have used the Python. Python is a high level interpreted language which is used for developing backend solutions. Django is a web framework that has been built over the Python, which is widely used to build web-based applications. MySQL for storing the data. We have used MySQL for as a local database. And last but not the least, the Ajax. It is a set of web development techniques which uses many web technologies to send and retrieve data from a server side to the client side, and without creating any disturbance on the front end interface. Now, uh, throughout the presentation, we have talked about our project. So now I would like to present a glimpse of our proposed system in front of you all. So firstly, this is the home page or login page of our web application. This page allows every user to log in with their given credentials. This login page allows our various entities such as admin, user, teacher to access their respective web pages. And after entering the login credential, it redirects each user to their respective dashboards. This first user entity is the admin. The slide depicts the admin dashboard. From here, the admin can perform the CRUD operation create, read, update, and delete. The admin can create, update and delete the user information as and when required. In addition to this, admin can update the course related information for a student. Now the second user entity is the student. The slide shows the glimpse of the student dashboard. Here the student is provided with various functionalities such as the section for attending the quiz, section for viewing and analyzing their own result, and third is the third section allows the student to view their own overall attendance or the subject-wide attendance. Now, further elaborating the functionalities of the student, we have displayed the quiz section in a wider slide to provide a wider view about the functionality. So this page shows the attempting quiz section where the student can attempt the quiz which is assigned to him in a particular time slot. Second is the results section. This picture shows the result about the particular subject which a student is enrolled in. The result is shown in the graphical and tabular form for better understanding, and student can look into their results and can get aware of their respective strong points and weak points of that particular subject. The third is the student attendance. The student can check their uh, attendance for the respective subject. Now this is the teacher dashboard. This picture shows the teacher dashboard with the various functionalities which is provided to a teacher. Some of the functionalities which are shown are the creating quiz, marking a student attendance section, viewing the subject wise attendance, and students quiz result section. Now this image shows the quiz creation section for the teacher. Here the teacher can create a quiz and uh, can create a quiz for a particular start time and the end time, and for the particular start time and the end time. And after creating the quiz, the teacher can edit the questions which were allotted previously to the student quiz. The next functionality is the quiz result, which is showing the result of various students who have attempted the quiz of the given subject. Here, the teacher can keep an eye on the students who are having the good score, who are having the average score, or who are having the lower score. And the third functionality which is allocated to the teacher is that the attendance. The teacher can view the attendance of a particular student in the enrolled subject, and also at the last there is the one click option given which says the mark attendance. So teacher can mark the attendance for their particular subject from that option also. Now I would like to conclude my research paper project is that we the main motive of this research paper was to analyze the student results which we have achieved successfully, and also we have represented the results in the most user-friendly and interactive interference. By user-friendly and interactive interference, we mean the representation of data in the tabular form and graphical way. Also, it also provides the subject wise analysis report in the tabular and graphical data. It is also a platform to create quiz for the students and to attempt the quiz for the students. And further moving on to the future scope, as everyone once again falls in the jaws of COVID-19, but this time it is more infectious and serious than the previous year-long pandemic. So further improvisation in this project can be done by adding a new user type to the project called management. The user type will include people who are at the management level, like HOD, Dean, Chancellor and Vice Chancellor, Registrar. The management people could look at the progress of not only the student but also the teacher, and that too on a single screen. Through this, the management can also have a look at the progress report and pace of the course. At present, we are we are only monitoring the results of the current semester. However, we would like to further add the feature that allows us to keep a track of students' past performances also. So now this was all about the research that we have did in our project. So we believe that the traditional learning and online learning will become the one and the same. So online education will become an integral part of the education. So that was all about our efforts and contribution towards the e-learning. So I am thanking everyone for having Yeah.